Come here. You want some Real Housewives of Atlanta tea exclusive? Y'all, guess who is in the running to be an actual housewives? If you didn't see my Makeup a Mess, go watch it. But Bravo's been playing us all. They actually are holding a slot for one more as 7th housewives. They just don't want us to know about it because they think the public has messed up casting with their opinions. But we're not. We've been with this show for 14 years and we are not letting them off the hook. So listen, want to know who the first housewife, the new housewives might be? The person secretly auditioning to be it because they don't want to be humiliated if they don't get it. And let me tell y'all something, it's not light-skinned Keisha. And I'm not saying she's not in the running, but I'm not talking about light-skinned Keisha. You guys, you want to know who I'm talking about? Hit the like, subscribe, comment button, and let's get into the mess, all right? Before we do that, can y'all help a girl out? Like, comment, subscribe, do all 3, do none, but 1 would be really, really helpful. Your girl will be very, very appreciative. Now, what is going on? The rumor has it is there is a friend of the housewives. If you watch my other Makeup and Mess, you know that Bravo is using friend of because they're trying to keep the bloggers out of their business. But you know that wasn't working because we're still in their business. Every person who is testing to be a friend right now is in a runoff because Bravo still wants 1 more housewife. Now, who's secretly testing to be a friend? They don't want anybody to know, but word on the street is so strong that we've actually found out. Y'all, you're never going to guess this one. Are you going to guess it? Y'all, no other than, I'll give you a hint. She's a child of God. Wait, she's a child of a man of God. You figured it out yet? Listen, who am I talking about? None other. She used to date Bow Wow. I know, you're like, everybody used to date Bow Wow. That's a badge of shame or honor, depending on who you ask. So who are we talking about? You might have already figured it out. We are talking about none other than Angela Simmons. Yes, y'all, you heard me right. Angela Simmons, right, is secretly testing out for a friend of the housewife role. Now listen, follow me on this. Watch my Makeup a Mess if you want backup. Bravo wants us out their business. So instead of just saying, oh, we're testing another housewives and getting a lot of public opinion, because they blame public opinion for swaying them for casting, which may or may not be true, but I still blame the producers, right? They're blaming public opinion, so they're trying to keep things on the hush-hush. Angela Simmons has been testing to be a friend of, however, she's really in the running to be a housewife. Now, the word on the street is, my sources are telling me that Angela Simmons is desperate to become a housewife. However, there's a few complications. One, well, let's look at the pros, right? She definitely has name recognition, right? Okay, that's great. What is her connection to housewives? Well, actually, she's really, really good friends with the new housewife. And Sanya are actually really good friends, or at least good enough for TV, if you know what I'm talking about. So there's her nexus, right? Now, some of you guys may be thinking, what about Kenya? Sheree is filming with an African woman who looks a lot like Akon's Rhoa's. However, my sources are telling me, even though they look alike, it is not Rhoa's. Apparently, the Real Housewives of Atlanta producers are still a little shy about a polygamy storyline, right? And I get it. But compared to some of the stuff that they put up, why would they be, right? But Sanya will be Angela's connection. Okay, great. So they have those ties. And it would actually be a real friendship, not one of the Portia and Phelan's friendships, right? Now, you guys, we have to look at the cons. One of my sources says that there's also in her presentation, they're saying that Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know, you had Nene, you had Claudia, you had Portia, you have Kenya, you have Phaedra, you have Cynthia, you have all these high energy, mega stars, mega need. And they're trying to say that while Miss Simmons is very, very beautiful, she would have to kind of amp herself up because her delivery is a little bit low key. It's a little bit deadpan. Nothing wrong with that, right? But the producers want something big. They want something boisterous. They are, in fact, looking for their next Nene. Speaking of Nene, we'll get to her in a second. They are looking for their next Nene, but Nene's come once a decade, once every 14 years. And if the rumors are to be believed, the Nene ship may have come and gone. You guys say, y'all, it's a pie in the sky thing, this and that. This pic right here, does prove that she was at Marlo's event, and all of the friends of the housewives that are in the running to take that one coveted spot, the producers are holding open. They want this to be a kind of surprise, and they don't want fans to ruin it. Everybody that's in the running was at Marlo's event, and my sources are very legit, and she says she is testing. Now, we have to look at the cons. Why won't this happen? Well, for one, some people have said, my sources have said, that she still might be in her Love and Growing Up Hip Hop contract, right? As you know, she does star in Growing Up Hip Hop. She is desperate to become something more reputable. I'm not saying Growing Up Hip Hop isn't reputable, but Angela wants to make the jump. Nobody knows if her contract is up, right? Nobody knows if her contract is up. We also have, now, other news in the Real Housewives, right? We got Sheree, she's filming with that African woman. We have Sonia, of course, who may be filming with, if Angela does elevate from testing as a friend to getting that coveted spot. We also have Drew, who last season clashed with Kenya. And we have Marlo, who have like a big sis, little sis, love-hate relationship. Right now they're on the ends. Next season they might not be on the outs. It looks like Kenya truly is on an island all herself, because she doesn't have a Claudia. She doesn't have a ride or die. She doesn't have anyone that she cannot trust to turn on her. Now, producers are saying they might have made this decision because they're just like, girl, Portia not on the show anymore. What you gotta worry about? You can handle all of them as the light work. But that said, a lot of the fans have wanted something more balanced, more entertaining, more, whatever, right? So, I mean, take that as you will. But you guys, let me know in the comments, do you think Miss Simmons, right, would be a welcome addition? Do you think that you would enjoy her energy? Do you think she would mess well with the show? Also, you guys, what do you guys think about Kenya not really having anybody and being on an island of herself? I know in my mind Kenya can handle them all as her light work. But would you like to see Kenya more with allies, with friendships? Because again, Kenya had a beautiful arc. I always thought Kenya was great. Y'all know I'm a fan. But Kenya had a beautiful redemption arc on Dancing with the Stars. She was open. She was vulnerable. She was soft. She was everything that she's not painted at the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This would be a great time, since Portia's gone, for her to rebrand herself. And I also think it might bring in a second sigh of energy into the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because at this point, whether you loved Portia or hated her, loved Kenya or hated, the one thing that everybody was sick of is the storylines, right? It's new storylines, it's new blood. But you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Would you like Kenya with a new storyline? Do you want to see her get like the Candace Diller edit, where we actually see her being soft and emotional and a lot more likable through editing? Because in real life, everybody says Kenya is likable. Or do you kind of want to stay in that role and you're hoping Portia might come back for season 15? And quiet as it's kept, we don't want to talk about that Portia's Family Matters. Later on this week, quiet as it's kept, Portia might be limping, hopping, and crawling back to that season 15 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's if the door's still open, because if the show gets just as good as ratings, if not greater ratings, than when Portia was on it, that door actually might be permanently shut too. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Mwah. Bye, my little Tattle Tells.